What's good, lads? Welcome to the 4th episode of the Outliers podcast. Today, special day.
Very special.
Finally putting a face to the name.
Let's go, baby.
Danny Kenny.
I'm here.
He's here.
The third host of the Outliers. It's been a while. I've been in Europe, as you guys know, and as some of you know already.
Fuck yeah.
So that was the reason behind my absence in the last few episodes, but keen to get into it.
Now he's back. Now he's ready. We didn't just pick up a random bloke from the street. We know who this guy is.
Yeah.
He's actually a part of it.
I am.
So,
keen.
we're going to do this episode to kind of just like talk about you.
Yeah.
Introduce yourself, because obviously we've literally just been saying your name. For those who don't even know you, they're like,
Yeah.
who the fuck's this
Yeah.
Danny guy? Like, legit, like,
The face of the name,
the
yeah.
myth, the legend.
The legend.
the man, here we fucking
Man,
go.
the myth, the legend.
It's like, yeah, the man, the lift, here we go. Oh, fucking here. So, tell us about yourself. What do you do for work?
Yeah.
School? Do you go to uni? What's the go? Tell the people.
So pretty much, I'm an online coach essentially. So I run that through my Instagram business, or Instagram account. I'm also a personal trainer, and I work casually at a gym, learning about the operations behind the scenes and whatnot. I don't go to uni. I wasn't ever really interested in going to uni, to be honest. Since year 12, the final year of school, I was kind of already pretty set on what I wanted to do in life, essentially.
Yep.
So pretty much got stuck into it straight away after school. And yeah, so just do that. I love it. Even in Europe, I continued coaching my clients and whatnot.
Yeah, beautiful.
It's a benefit of doing it through social media, through Instagram, is that you can connect with people across the globe.
Yeah.
So kept that going, which is sick. And yeah.
Yeah. It's the dream job, online coaching. I
Bro,
feel like.
It is
it
pretty
seems
cool,
like it. That's
yeah.
sort of like,
Yeah.
just got so much convenience, you know. You could just do it on the plane and shit like that. Like, it would have been handy.
Yeah. Well, like, it's convenient. It's like if I want to move overseas for
Yeah, you
6
can do it.
months,
It's not
a
gonna,
year,
like-
I've got my work with me.
Yeah, you don't have to quit your job. You don't have to like go through all the unnecessary like bullshit. Like,
You don't need to find
Yeah.
another job.
Yeah.
You could if you like just want to be safe and whatnot. But
yeah. Fuck it.
yeah, I'm pretty set on my path.
So, you said you work at a gym. How long have you been working there for?
Since December 2018. Shout out to Star Fitness. It's
Nice.
it's not a sort of bodybuilding type gym. It's more of a commercialized gym, but it's a really good community in there. Yeah, I've been there since like December 2018.
Shit.
And look, since like year 11, but like 1 year before we finished high school, I've had a goal of opening up my own gym one day,
Shit.
which
That's going to be crazy.
which will happen.
Will happen?
It
will happen.
So
I like that.
stay tuned.
Fuck, that's pretty
Um,
crazy, not gonna lie.
And yeah, so just really my main goal with working at the gym is learning how it operates.
Yeah.
You know, the day-to-day objectives in terms of like providing jobs for your staff and all that sort of stuff to do and whatnot. So yeah,
Fuck yeah,
just
man.
learning as much as I can.
Quick question. What would you call it?
My gym.
Yeah.
Have you thought about it at all, or is it just like when you get to it? Then
Yeah,
I like that. That's a good
I
question.
used to think about it a lot more like in like year 12.
Yeah.
Like about what would I call it? But like I sort of like left it for a bit until like I start to put like the groundwork in, like
Yeah,
start
yeah.
planning it out, and I'm like, okay, the name will come. The name will come, and it'll be
yeah.
like the easier part of creating the gym.
Yeah.
You know, so
That's good. That's a good way to handle that question.
Yeah,
It's gonna
so
come.
I'm not answering that question. Fuck it.
so yeah, fuck off. Nah.
He's not at the start. He's like, I don't actually know, so I'm gonna think of something you want to say. I can have all this shit on.
Nah. It'll be. I want it to be a gym where it's got like the best equipment, the latest sort of equipment like Cybex, Nautilus, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, sorry.
A community where like people aren't afraid to sort of like, you know, like they lift a deadlift up and they can put it back down as hard as they want if
Yeah.
they want.
Yeah, and not be afraid of like being intimidated.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
intimidating to others.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's just like everyone's there to grow and like help each other grow, and yeah, that's like the sort of the vibe I want. You know, whether you're skinny, whether you're fat, whether you're jacked, it's just like everyone's on the same sort of level when they enter that gym.
Yeah.
The staff are friendly. It's not like you enter the gym and there's just mean guys behind the counter and you're
Yeah.
instantly intimidated. They make you feel welcome. Then you enter a gym where you're like, holy shit, this is sick.
Bro, that's
So-
what it's all about. I
Yeah.
think for me personally, like a gym culture actually goes a long way. Like if your gym
100%.
naturally has a good culture,
Yeah.
it's gonna feel a lot more inviting
Yeah.
as like an outsider. If
Yeah.
I'm like signing up to somewhere and I just feel welcome and I don't feel like for example, if I get my camera out and start recording, I don't feel like people are looking and judging.
Yeah.
If you can feel comfortable with recording or with posing or with just doing your own thing in a gym, like you said, deadlifting and just like, if you want to smash, bro, smash it. You know what I'm saying? Like, all that kind of stuff. If you feel comfortable, bro, that goes so far.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's becoming a more important thing these days. Like, it's like
inclusivity is like the most important thing. It's just like,
bro,
even like when someone joins a gym, they should be like, yeah, this gym, people record, people do all this stuff. It's like a warning sign. So if you don't like that, then like,
this
like,
kind
but
of
like, you know, feel free to approach and be like, hey, I'm just going to do a set real quick. Do you mind not getting me in the video?
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's not like you're going to be like, what? Like, I want to film now. It's just going to be like, yeah, absolutely. Like,
absolutely, man.
And that goes for anywhere. Like, if you're just training at a gym now and you're like hesitant to film, or if you film and, or if you know someone that's filming content where, like, in the proximity of where you're training, but you're not really comfortable with it, feel free to just go up to them real quick and just be like, hey, can I just do my set?
Yeah.
Before you start filming, and then like they're gonna be fine with it because it's like, yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even like not having people who just think that they own the fucking place. Like, for example, for me personally, like, if I'm filming like a set or something, yes, it's annoying when like people walk past, but at the end of the day, like, it's a public place.
Yeah,
like, what do you, like, you can't just be like, this is my area, no one's allowed to walk in. If it's a gym, and I see a lot of people on like TikTok and YouTube, they're like, someone may walk past, whether they see a camera or not, and like they'll stop the set and start abusing them. It's like, bro, and you want to filter that out. It's like, bro, like
just good gym etiquette. Like, there's like one that's like, don't film people unless that you have consent. Then it's also two, it's just like, don't be a dick when someone's filming because it is a public space. It's like,
absolutely.
It goes back and,
legit.
It's like, I retrained yesterday, and perfect example. I mean, Kane's one of our boys, but like, he was filming, but I barely saw his phone. Like, it was like resting up against a drink bottle on the floor. I was walking, and like, I was about to pass, so I was like, oh fuck, and I just like went around. It's just like, I don't know, like, I know he's our mate and stuff, but like, even I'd do the same thing if it was someone else. I wouldn't be like, oh, what the fuck? And
Legit. If you see someone recording, then you simply just walk around, and then it's just like, it just like stopped everything. Like, just having that kind of like respect and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, no, that's good. So
yeah, that's
gym for the future. Kind of creating a good vibe.
The big goal to have, and another goal would be to like move into online coaching full time. Would be awesome. Yes, there'd be a lot of freedom with that, and like,
oh, absolutely, man.
So like, I don't know, my passion would just continue to grow because it's what I want to do.
Yeah.
It's rewarding.
With your gym, do you do like PTing or classes of any kind of type through that? Have you ever done that, or is that something you want to do in the future? Like,
sort of with Star.
With
Star Fitness, the gym I work at, I also PT there. So like, I get to know the members and those who are interested in the way I train my clients, which is intense, and they sign up with me, depending on availability and stuff. So I do that. I've been doing that for a while, and I do a class once a week. It's just like a strength class. It's about like 10 people involved. We call it Fix. It's like a functional, strength and conditioning type class, involving deadlifts, squats, lunges, all that sort of stuff.
Man.
That's pretty cool. But yeah, that's pretty much where the direction I'm heading in.
Yeah, fuck yeah, man.
I'm a competitor as well.
Yeah, that's the next topic I reckon we should go into.
Don't get it twisted. You know, I am wearing a jumper right now. So.
He is actually a large man under there. Or is he? Or did Europe kill the gains?
How much muscle do you reckon you lost in Europe?
I don't think I lost a lot of muscle. It was more so like fullness, because I was away for like almost 3 months. And throughout that 3 months, I trained when I could. So, there were certain like cities or countries we were in where it was difficult to find a gym, or our hotel gym only had like a treadmill. And
dude,
like,
the hotel gyms, there was like 2 pieces of equipment.
Dude, it was only like the best hotel gym was Mykonos and Dubai. And that was like,
Dubai would have 6
that makes sense.
Like Dubai, the hotel gym had like a Smith machine, quad extension, hamstring curl.
Oh, bro, fuck
just
off,
like,
man.
I was like, this is an actual gym inside like a room.
A
tiny room. So, so I just trained when I could. My expenditure was decently high in terms of like walking around most places and stuff. So that kept it somewhat of conditioning.
Would have been warm. I assume the good weather, like that's usually good weather. So you would have sweating a little bit as well. So
so like, it was good. I don't think if I'm being honest, I might have lost maybe like a few 100 grams of muscle, or like just maybe muscle fullness. Like, I still kept it stimulated as much as possible.
Well, it's a lot easier to maintain than it is to grow. So like, you only have to train like 2 times a week with good intensity to come.
Exactly. It was almost like I just lost a bit of conditioning. So like, and endurance. So like in conditioning in terms of like my how lean I was, I sort of put on a bit more fluff. Because I left pretty fucking lean, so like that was kind of inevitable.
Yeah.
Like,
Absolutely, man.
Going to Greek and eating gyros and all that sort of shit. So
and you want to go there and enjoy yourself and not have to worry about this kind of stuff. Like,
Yeah.
shit, I'm eating too much. Like,
exactly.
just go,
So that was the biggest thing. Like, I was going with my missus, and I wanted to like make sure, like, I didn't affect her trip as well, being a dickhead and being like,
absolutely.
No, meal
she's
prep.
like, "Oh, do you want to have a paella?" I'm like, "No, I'm just gonna get a chicken and salad." It's like, you're a fucking idiot. Like,
just
honestly.
enjoy yourself. It's like a massive asshole.
Yeah.
Legit. Go to like this 5-star Greek place, and you're like, "Oh, what are you getting?" No, actually, chicken and rice.
I was grabbing water. Tap water, thanks.
Not smuggling. It's fine.
Yeah, but yeah. So I think it was just a bit of conditioning, but you sort of just got to accept that because I remember messaging you and like Kai sometimes, and just like seeing you and everyone, all the boys' content was just like growing and like getting better and better. I was like, fuck. I was like,
it's like shit.
I'm like being left behind. Yeah. So I was like itching to come back. But like I made sure I didn't take away from the trip because I was like, it's a 3-month like trip around the world essentially. So I just want to like enjoy it.
Absolutely, man.
The gym's gonna be there. The boys are gonna be there. The content's gonna be there.
Yeah.
So that was pretty sick.
Yeah.
But it was very cool, like training in different environments. Like the UK was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Found some cool gyms in Liverpool, England. London was nice. And then Dubai was obviously the god tier in terms of like the gym.
And you took a photo with a bodybuilder or something like that, was it?
Yeah, Sergio.
Shit.
I don't know. I forgot his surname.
How he's
but,
crumbled.
Like, so he's like, I think he's like top 10 Mr. Like Mr.
Bro, he looks it, bro.
But he was a beast.
He would have been a fucking
You would
animal.
have shat yourself
Oh,
if you were
dude,
training in the proximity of him. It was like, he just knew he was the biggest, he was the best, and he was like the strongest, but he was humble as. Like, I was
That's
like, everyone was sort of scared to go up to him, which is fair play. Like, I'm glad no one went up to him when he was in his set.
Yeah.
Else he would have like got knocked out. But like, because it's like, that's his job. That is his job to like that's a shift for him.
Yeah,
you know,
legit.
he needs to do that.
Actually, he needs to get like focused.
Yeah, exactly. So I waited until like his set was pretty much done, and I was like finished my session. He was like sitting down, and like I went over, I'm like, Sergio, and he's like, "Hey man, how you going?" And like he was like super humble and super nice.
No
and Liv was
way.
there as well, like my girlfriend. And he was like really nice to her and all that sort of shit.
That's
So
so
it was
good,
like he took the time out of his session to like have like a 5-minute chat with us.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. What'd you talk about?
Oh, he like went. It got pretty deep at one stage. Actually.
Shit, you like had the arm over each other, like, man.
No,
dude,
it
I'm
was
You're both like sitting down.
I'm like, go have a shake.
Yeah. Like, bro, you're actually such an inspiration.
Yeah.
Like, I fucking
I
love
love.
you, man. Like,
He just told me about like because he's like, "Oh, where are you guys from?" We're like, "Oh, Melbourne, Australia." He's like, "I love he's from America." He's like, "I love Melbourne. I want to eventually like move there."
oh man, shit, son.
And like live there for a bit. He's like, my ex-fiance used to be from Melbourne, you know, until the affair happened and all that. I was like, damn. I was like, I didn't even know about that.
Yeah,
I
he's
was like, oh shit, sorry to hear that. And he's like, yeah, but he was like super chill about it. And he's like, I went to Melbourne to compete in the Arnold Expo 2020, and then shit hit the fan essentially with COVID and stuff. And he's like, so the Arnold was cancelled, so I went up to Gold Coast, and then the borders shut, so he was there for 4 months.
No way.
He's like, but I loved every day.
Oh
Gold
yeah,
Coast
it
is
was
like,
elite.
He's like, it was a perfect stoner like beach vibe, and I was like, yeah, fair play. But yeah, that was really cool. It was like, you know, I've met like Breon Ainsley, those who know like classic physique competitors and stuff like that at the Arnold Expos. You see them and stuff like that, but actually training in like just like the area where they train, like just a couple of machines over from them is fucking insane. Like it just pushes you that little bit more because you hear him in the zone, and he's like almost screaming for you.
Yeah.
So it's like you do a set, and you're like,
for me.
"Oh," and he's like, "Gah!" And you're like, "Gah!"
And he's like, "Wow!" He's like, "Oh."
Okay, Sergio, okay.
One more, okay.
Yeah. But
You like talking to each other. Mate.
yeah. Like when he stops, you stop.
Yeah. Good set.
He's walk up to
Yeah.
it.
It's like 20 reps, like fucking dying.
Yeah.
But
yeah, when you're in the presence of people that have that presence, actually, like you know, they're like top of the table kind of shit.
like top of the food chain.
Yeah, dude. Like you're just naturally just gonna lift. You like, you know. And are those kind of like bodybuilders the people you look up to and the people you want to be one day? Like, cause you're in the.
So Sergio is like just a mass on top of mass. Like he's huge. I don't want to be that big.
Yeah.
I want to be big like noticeably big where people are like, fuck, he's jacked.
Yeah.
But
like,
he trains even if you're wearing like a shirt.
Yeah.
But like, I still want to look good in a suit. That's been what I've thought. Like, because I don't know how many of you support and follow bodybuilding and whatnot, but if you look at like the Olympia press conferences and stuff, and they wear suits,
they're like,
it looks like Roblox characters, bro.
It looks fucking ridiculous.
Like Minecraft.
So like, to wear a suit and still look good, fill it out a little bit, but like not look like a fucking idiot. That's like my goal. So like, I don't know.
So what's the furthest in terms of like, let's say you're bodybuilding? Like, you've done men's physique before. Are you planning on going to do like classic or like? Yeah.
So I've done 3 natty shows, baby. All right. So
I am natty. Stop fucking telling me otherwise.
I did it. My first show was in 2019. It was IMBA. That was out of the 3 shows, that was the best. It was like the way they just organized the entire event. It was in like an auditorium.
Yeah.
So the lighting was sick. You did your own little like tea walk is what they call it. So you do your own little like fucking performance, I guess, and then send it aside, and then all the competitors come on and do their thing, and then you all get judged. So that was really cool. Whereas the other shows, it was just like you're on stage with the competitors. They pick 1 to 5, or like top 5, and then the rest is fucking
just piss off.
Yeah, exactly. So that was IMBA, and even like backstage, like afterwards, they had like donuts and shit on the table, like just complimenting, like taken. Like,
so good.
So like the first show, I was just like, that hunger beast just went through the roof, and I was like,
they just slammed.
Like fucking 7
Give me yours. Just like eating everyone.
Bro, stop this fucking line.
Someone goes to take a bite, I'm like,
just slap it out of their hands. Like, you don't deserve to win.
Yeah. So like, that's another thing to talk about, maybe today, but like how to like sort of control those hunger issues post show.
Like not blow out and like tape it back into like, just
like
reality.
It'd be so easy to as well, like just to blow out. So you'd be so deprived with calories, and the second you like have passed that show, you just like now I can just eat, and you just fucking blow up.
Well, it's funny because like I feel like the more shows you do, the more in control you become of it.
Absolutely.
So like first show was fucked. Like I had 2 days off plan post show and like gained like 7 kilos. And then jumped back on plan, and I felt like shit. Like I looked at my body and I was like a water buffalo. Like I still like I knew it was a lot of water and like probably a bit of fat as well, but like my face was like pretty like swollen and stuff. But then within like 2-3 days of being back on plan and drinking a lot of water, it just flushed everything out. And I got fucking pretty shredded again.
Yeah,
so, like,
mad.
That motivated me a little bit. But then come show number 3, I wasn't even like, I wanted 1 or 2 off-plan meals afterwards, but I was keen to get on a progressive bulk and
lean bulk and just build.
Yeah. So we'll leave that topic for another day. I'll just keep rambling. But 3 shows. So that was 2019, and then 2020 was ICN. Prepped for 6 months through lockdown. It was only meant to be like a 12-week prep, and
that's tough.
Kept fucking. So that's another thing we can talk about.
Yeah, during lockdown, that's tough.
Yeah. Fuck. And then prep number 3, show number 3. Was good. It was ICN as well, but that was a big one. But they were all men's physique. So eventually, my next show, I think I want to do classic. It just depends how these fucking things are looking, how big the wheels are. But I think like classic physique is the category I'll end up in. I think I got a decent frame and stature for it. And I do want to reveal the legs. Like if I wasn't interested in training legs as hard as I do, like I'd just stick to men's physique. And like, there's no dig at men's physique competitors because I know a lot of them do train legs out there. But like, if you train them, don't you want to reveal them? So eventually, classic physique, and then hopefully IFBB at one stage.
Mad. When do you reckon you'll be competing next?
Probably season B is what they call it. So like second half of 2024.
Oh fuck! It's ages away.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. It's 2023, isn't it? So like, it's either season B 2023 or season A 2024.
Okay.
Just depends on what I'm doing because I got a few new exciting things happening next year, and it depends how the training's going and like the growth seasons, all that sort of stuff. So play it by ear, but it will either be one of those 2 periods. But I want to do like a sort of season, so like do 3 shows in the one season rather than like prepping all that time for just one show. So we'll see what happens.
Awesome. I'm gonna cut you off for a second. Obviously, you guys have seen this beauty in the background. Shout out to Sticker Trip AU. They've hooked us up with this massive Outliers just to give it a little bit of
Spice.
Yeah, let's spice it up a little bit, bro. In person, it looks fucking sexy as. I don't know how it looks on camera, but it looks majestic.
It is nice,
yeah. So. And they've hooked us up with stickers.
Yeah.
This kind
of. In the future, the stickers, we've got samples in. We're just kind of testing out like the sizing and stuff and what we're going to do. But pretty much with like future goals are to create like merch, and we're going to release the stickers as part of the merch and with the merch. So you guys will get stickers, or we can hand them out or whatever. Yeah. So get keen on that.
But yeah, once again, shout out to Sticker Trip AU for
chuck a follow if you're interested in it.
Yes, we'll put their kind of thingo in the description or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, mad. Okay, so Europe's done, bodybuilding, coaching. Is there anything else spicy?
That's my life.
Is that it?
Yeah, just like, just getting back into routine, really.
Yeah.
Because I got back to Melbourne yesterday.
Fuck.
So, it's just a matter of getting the sort of food back down on point, which would be hard because I do leave again tomorrow for 10 days to the Gold Coast.
Yeah, the man's literally teaching us.
Actually living, just holiday mode, bro.
And then I get back from Gold Coast, and then I think less than 2 weeks we go to Adelaide for Fear the Common.
Yeah. Bro, that's fucking crazy, man.
That'll be sick,
That's going to be
That's going to be mental. So, fuck, that's...
Do you reckon we should do a portable Outliers podcast?
I'm thinking maybe get one of the boys on it,
dude.
I think we should get Caleb on one.
Yeah,
but
we'll do a proper episode.
It's really proper.
I think we'll do a mini we'll ask a few questions with every single person and then just
come on, guys. And they get it, it's like, alright, fuck off.
Yeah,
get out. Next. Yeah.
Nah, man, I'm so keen, bro. That's literally going to be just a content weekend. It's gonna be, and obviously. Putting content aside, with such good people, it's just gonna be such good vibes. That's what it's all about. And we always say, like-minded individuals. If you surround yourself with them, bro, you're gonna fucking go places. Legit. Yeah. So, I'm fucking keen for it. But
go on.
Oh, I was gonna go back to you. Keep going.
Oh well, I was just gonna say, if you don't know who or what Fear the Common is, chuck them a follow. Have a look through the page, and then you'll know what we're exactly about. So
yeah, legit. Oh, I'm so keen for the episode with him because you can just fucking. Dive into
Caleb.
Yeah.
I reckon I've had a few conversations about how I started, but I've never sat down and just gone tell me everything.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be good for not only us to know, but then everyone else to get a good understanding of how something like that is created and what his mindset and future goals are. I think that'd be awesome.
Even with bro, some things we can say and other people will say in podcasts and YouTube videos. Sometimes that's what people need who are listening or watching to just be okay, I'm going to do what I wanted to do, but I just needed that little push.
You need to hear it.
Yeah, just that external just factor just to be okay, I'm actually going to do that. I've heard what they've said, I've got a bit of insight, I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying? And just
it might be even better knowing that we may have come from the exact same position as them. We were in our heads and going fuck, should we? Is it really worth the risk? But then if we tell them that's where we were and this is where we are now, everyone's just shit.
Dude, legit.
It's a lot of people essentially, even your Dylan McKenna's and David Lays, they all just started out as little gym bros that were just started filming their shit, and then now they're one of the most renowned people in the fitness industry.
Yeah, legit. And then even from a different point of view, in a business perspective, for Caleb, someone could be watching or listening to this who's got ideas of a business. They could learn a bit of insight on what. Some of the downfalls, the good things that happen with it, and kind of be okay, I've learned a little bit from it. That's why I like podcasts and YouTube videos, and it's so fucking good. You can literally gain so much out of it. You know what I'm saying? It's I fucking love it. Hopefully we can have that effect on them. But yeah, nah, dude, fucko. So like I said, I was gonna say, going back to you, sports. Oh, yeah. Are you just a gym junkie, or have you actually done cardio?
Do you do other things?
No.
I breed.
He said I breed.
That's what I thought. I was just
I've got 18 kids.
This guy fucks.
No, on a real note, sports. Well, I got to the gym around 2017. That's where I sort of quit sports and was this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
Started training and got my first PB, got a juicy pump, and I was this feels fucking good.
Yeah, oh, dude, feeling it.
Yeah, it's unreal. And but before then, I played soccer from 5 years old until 17. I boxed competitively boxed from 10 until around 16. And
Man's got hands.
Bro, legit. You reckon you still got it? You reckon you still got the...
I know I've still got it.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Don't want to double cross
I
this
was going to
dude.
meet you off this. Alright, I'll get clean. Like, fucking knocked out.
What you say?
Legit.
Anyway, and then yeah, just like your basic sports like swimming and stuff, like in the early days. But I don't know, like over the past, should I say it? Should I announce it?
Hey, this is your episode. It's not mine. Don't ever hold on to me. This is you, mate.
I can avoid the question.
Yeah, legit.
Nah. Like
Maybe
I used to be what?
It's something you want to do. Like,
Yeah. Or like, I'm planning to make a bit of a comeback to soccer, and everyone's like, don't start thinking, oh, whoa, what about like bodybuilding and stuff? Like, I still love it. That's my number one passion. Coaching people to transform their physiques, all that sort of stuff. Still my number one passion. But for a very long time, soccer was my passion growing up. So I was like, there was a stage where, you know, every game I was like hoping there would be like a scout in the crowd, like someone who was looking for the next big thing, and they'd pick me, right? So like,
yeah, I
that,
get that.
like, yeah, I don't know, I was really invested in the sport.
No, it's good. You'd rather be invested than fucking just like troll
Exactly,
on.
yeah. And then I ended up packing it in, like, really because like bodybuilding took over, you know, or like getting big at that stage took over, getting stronger, and my team sucked. It's essentially like, well, like half of them did.
Man's
like,
back hurt from carrying.
Yeah, man.
No, yeah. So like, there was probably like, so there were like 14 of us. Probably 6 of us were decent, like actually pretty good. But like, you know, you can't win a game of
It's tough.
soccer.
Yeah, it's a
really,
team
on your
effort.
own,
It's a
can you?
team
It's a
effort,
team
yeah.
effort.
Tough,
Yeah,
man.
that's why like I started to really enjoy bodybuilding and stuff because it all comes down to you. It
To
comes
you,
down to the
yeah.
amount of work you put in. You know, the amount of work you put in will dictate how great your results are.
Yeah.
you know?
Oh, absolutely, man.
Anyway, so
Fuck, there you go.
I think that sort of took the joy out of it because we were getting pumped every game, and it was sort of like fuck, like winning wasn't even on our minds. It was more so just like
Not getting smashed.
drawing, not getting smashed.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it was like I was like screw this towards the end. I was like I'm done. But then I hadn't gone to like a game in a while, like just like a local game, right? So my girlfriend plays, and I went to one of her games. It was like a night game, and the game she was playing, the team they were versing, I had played there before, you know, like Ringwood.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was a night game, and it was like cold, and there was like I remember it pretty clearly. It was like a mist over like the pitch,
That's best.
and I was like, I literally just got this like hit of like holy, like this feeling where I was like, fuck, like I miss it.
Yeah,
I actually
it's the
miss
best.
playing. Like
the fucking goat.
yeah, like I was like, fuck. It's not even like I miss like trying to be the next fucking
You just miss
Ronaldo
the
or something.
sport,
It was just
yeah.
like I miss playing, like, you know, having that sort of team environment and stuff like that. Because I loved my team. Like they were good lads. Like regardless of if they were good or not, like it was good fun sort of getting along with them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So then I remember messaging Nath that night because he still plays.
Yes,
those who don't know.
sir.
We played against each other a few
We
times.
did.
That was pretty fun.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up.
But
Sorry. I'm sorry. Nah, keep going. Keep going.
No, Danny, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, keep going. Yeah,
you've had your episode. That's all.
Can we please talk about me? No, legit, no. It's my turn. No, you did message me, and you were
Yeah, I
like,
messaged him and essentially I was just like, oh, like, what's your league like, all this, and he was like, oh, surely not.
Bro,
Don't tell
it's
me
fucking
you're
come
making
back.
it. Yeah, I was like,
because for years, and I mean years, this motherfucker was always like, bro, just quit, man. Like, there's
no.
so much potential in bodybuilding.
I
just quit.
saw his potential in like sort of powerlifting and bodybuilding because of like his stature.
All right, guys. Now onto the Q&A segment. Your favorite segment.
I hope.
Anyway, we've
Please.
got a fair few questions, so we've picked the best ones out. I only got 2 today because we're very loaded questions, and I think we're going to have some good answers for it.
Yeah, for sure.
So first question is from Josh Dennis, the man, the myth, the legend, Defender Fit. He asks, best piece of advice you'd give for your teenage self / younger brother. I reckon, Dan, you can go
That's a
first.
fucking great question.
start
I'm not
this
gonna
one?
lie.
Yeah, you can start, bro.
Good, because I'm gonna feed off what you say.
I don't have an answer.
It'll just sounds so cliche or like corny or whatever, but it's just like just chase your passion essentially. So if you've got an idea, if you're a bit nervous about sort of pursuing it, just go for it. You know, start. It's as simple as that. So some people are like that when it comes to just going to the gym. It's just like they're so nervous to start, so nervous to go into a gym. All they really need to do is just go in, sign the agreement in terms of signing up,
And start training, man.
they're good, right? So that goes for business as well. Just that's how I sort of started my online coaching. You know, started with PT, and it sort of led towards online coaching, where I was training clients, making progression. You know, seeing improvements. They in like their physicality, but also like their mental state as well. They were feeling better about themselves, more confident. So yeah, that, you know, just sort of led me into online coaching, then started to actually transform people's physiques and help them achieve their you know, physique goals and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And it just start really.
It's so cliche
yeah.
though. You're right. It's just like, but like, just do it.
Well, I
Like,
said
so-
that was like
yeah.
my answer. I jumped on Chris Sinko's podcast, Hustle
Yeah.
Hub, and I was like, at the end, it's like, what's the one thing you'd say to everyone like
Yeah.
listening? I'm just like, stop thinking and start doing.
Just do it.
Yeah,
Like,
legit.
fucking stop being a little
Exactly.
like overthinker
Yeah.
and just fucking get started.
But it's hard, especially like, you know, if you're raised in a household where like it's kind of old school mentality in terms of your parents, where like you got to work hard for the like,
Yeah.
Oh, bro.
like for 6 days a week for 50 years of your
and
life.
like only be secure, be comfortable,
Yeah.
and don't make any like
Bro,
instant
exactly.
choices.
Yeah, it's just like
set. You hit that on the fucking
yeah, I know.
nail,
It's
right?
just like no, like if you're that's what I did. Like I knew I wasn't going to be a tradesman or like in, like, you know, in carpentry or an electrician or something, because I just simply didn't enjoy that. Where my brother was a carpenter, my dad works with like steel and all that sort of stuff. And I was like, you know what? One day I want to open up a gym, and I know, and my thought process on that and like my goal, my vision on that hasn't changed since fucking year 11.
Yeah.
I was 17 then. So I know that's something I will achieve at some stage during my life. But I said, you know what? I'm going to do PT. And I did PT, and now, you know, I'm happy with the way I'm going. I'm like, I was able to travel the world while still working.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
coaching clients and stuff. So, yeah, just start. You have an idea. You have, you know, just create a plan of action. Whether it's shit because it's like your first plan, but like if it gets you started,
Yeah.
then you're only gonna make improvements there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like
You know?
build a momentum.
Doesn't
like,
matter what people
Yeah.
say. and shit.
doesn't matter where you're at when you start. Like the fact that you're starting is the biggest like
Yeah.
hurdle, and then
Oh, bro,
just-
absolutely.
Probably one more thing I'd say as well would be like, if you've got that plan, you've got that sort of idea of what you want to do, but you're hanging around with the wrong crowd.
You fucking prick. I was gonna say that. Shit.
That's
Now I don't know what to say.
yeah.
picking all the options.
Fuck, why did you have to say one more? I was like, in my head, I'm like, I see.
But yeah, I'll let you go like talk about it. But it's just like if you're hanging around with the wrong crowd, you're not gonna fucking get anywhere.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
There you go. Go on.
Good answer.
Elaborate on
No,
my.
Good answer. It was fucking
So
mine.
mine was actually
What were you saying?
yeah, legit. Bro, you literally fucking take every single answer. Oh, why did you have to say one more? Anyways, mine was gonna be like your circle is legit gonna represent you. Like if
Yeah.
you, and that's another cliche thing. Like a quote that I like is you can't change your circle, but you can change your circle. So you can't change the people they are, but you can change the people you hang around with. It's
Yeah,
simple as that.
100%.
And it's just like if you're hanging around with people that don't have goals, don't have aspirations, that basically do nothing. You know, some may be unemployed, just like hang around, fucking.
Yeah. Living for the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then if you hang around with those people, whether you have whether you're like locked in and you've got all this shit, you're going to be represented and looked at as one of those people that do nothing.
Yeah.
Bro, no matter how productive you are, like you're going to be looked at because that's who you hang around with. Where if you hang around with people that like-minded, have goals, have aspirations, are pushing for success in their own way, shape or form, whatever, then you're going to be viewed as someone like that. And it's such like I made a little video on the Outliers Instagram just talking about it. Just like, dude, like your group
Yeah,
is
that was a good one,
huge. And it's just like another one, and I said it in this video, and it was like, if you don't look at your circle and you're not inspired, then that's not a circle, that's a cage. Like you can't
Yeah.
grow.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to grow out of that.
Yeah, bro.
And it's just like,
that was fucking.
bro, can we fucking cry for a second? But it's so true,
Alright,
man.
guys, we're just gonna have a
It is very-
Yeah, cut it off. But no, it's so true. Like, it's huge, and it's like I said, it's such a cliche thing. But like, you need to hang around people that will push you, and we've got that Fear the Common group. And bro, there's days where like I don't want to post, I don't want to make content, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, and all you fucking need. And as much as you need to rely on internal, the external factors to push you is so like they're massive. And all you need is legit one message that has no intention to be directed at you, but it's like, for example, I just posted this reel and you watch it and you're like, fuck.
Kane will post fresh up and you're like, fuck, now I gotta post. Like,
Yeah,
shit.
legit. And it's just like that
Yeah.
external push, and that's because you're hanging around people that will push you, and you need to push them. And it's just like That's 100%. So just fucking hang around with people those kind of people, and you're gonna get places in life.
Yeah,
if not,
you're gonna learn from them. You're gonna grow with them.
Yeah.
And inevitably succeed with them.
So absolutely. In your own way, it doesn't have to be financial. It can be any like succeeding. It can be in any. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'd say. Yeah, personally. Sure. Oh, I got the next question. Fuck. All right.
Oh, hang on. You agree with
Oh, yeah, shit. Sorry. Did we say everything? No, go. Sorry, I got excited then. I was like,
that's alright, bro.
Yeah, go.
Not heard at all. No, personally, I agree with both of those. There's something that, like, to my younger self would be very, like, valuable in terms of, like, the way I was thinking back then. But I think the biggest one for me is, like, it's okay to be selfish.
Yeah.
I like stop being a people pleaser and do things for you instead of, like, trying to be the person that everyone likes.
Facts.
Yeah.
Just, like, do
like
what
a
you...
yes man.
Yeah, like a yes man. Like, I still have struggles with it now, but I've gotten a lot better. Like, but if I were to talk to my, like, 12 to like 18-year-old self, the only thing I wanted to do was just make sure people liked me, and that like affected my decisions and my judgment because I was just worried about what everyone else would think of me. So it's like, just fuck it, like do your own thing. If people don't like it, they don't like it. There's always going to be judgment there. So it's like, stop being a people pleaser and just fucking do what you want to do.
And then linking up with what Danny said, those two are good because it's like just doing it and not thinking about what is they going to say, what is this person going to say, like, and I feel like
don't
the
give
age,
a fuck.
Legit man. And the bracket of age that you said, because that's 100% spot on. Like those are the ages where you're in more of like a social environment, school, you got
high school,
a little bit more friends. I feel like, I don't know, me personally, as soon as you finish high school, like bro, half the people you hang out with, like you don't even see anymore.
Because you're always hanging around with them. That's why you're friends with them.
Yeah,
it's like, do you really have a connection with them, or are you just always with them? And you're kind of forced to mingle with them.
You sort of see like who's the real one.
And then you kind of
who
worry
puts in the
like
effort after school, like and all that kind of
bro,
stuff.
absolutely. And then you're kind of thinking like, are they gonna like this leg? And they're the motherfuckers that you haven't seen in like 8 years.
Yeah,
it's just like, why the fuck do you worry? You know?
Exactly.
So that's spot on. I like that one.
100%.
But yeah,
what's the next one?
All right, now I can go on to it. All right, so we've got a question here about the Outliers as a whole. So it's what's next for the Outliers?
What's next?
What do we got? Future plans?
Well,
hell yeah.
Yeah, we
fucking do.
We got massive plans. So
we're just started, baby.
I think the most recent thing that we're kind of working on right now is merchandise.
Yep.
So me, Nath, and hopefully Danny, we're going to sit down and like we've already started designing some things. But we're gonna we're gonna get a website. We're gonna make sure the merch is there, and we're gonna focus on like quality merch. Like we want you guys to be able to wear this shit anywhere,
in and out of the gym.
Yeah, in and out of the gym. So like, it's not just a gym wear brand. It's like you're gonna be comfortable.
Lifestyle.
You're gonna look good. Lifestyle. Yeah. And we want it to represent us as a whole as well. So. I think that is the game plan.
It also makes you guys feel like you're involved with us as well. Like you're included.
Absolutely.
So there'll be personalized notes and stuff to go out to those who purchase the merch and stuff.
Yeah.
But,
you're not just a number. It's not just like order, send it off.
Yeah,
it's like,
you're a community. We want to you guys are you guys support us as like a brand, as a podcast. So obviously we got to give back. And we're going to provide like with the best quality content, the best quality merch, all that kind of stuff, and then hopefully like there's a connection there in the relationship with our like viewers.
For sure. Touching on the relationship with the viewers, for us, like the quality of the engagement is massive for us, bro. We don't care that we don't have 20,000 followers. We would rather like X amount of followers but have really good engagement from them than to have fucking 20,000 followers and you have like 2 people comment. You want to have that engagement, and that for us is massive. So that's why we're going to be pushing it.
Yeah, like when you guys ask us a question, we want you to feel like, like this actually might get answered. Like they're going to see my question, they're going to be like, okay, Pete said this, and we're going to talk about what Pete said. Rather than like if you put a question through with a profile that's got over like a shitload of followers and stuff, and it's a rare chance your question is going to be singled out and answered. So like, or if you message us, it's rare that you're going to be that we're going to actually have a conversation with you. So
when you got heaps of followers,
so
like you're going to be fucking ignored, basically.
Yeah, we want to sort of build like a strong community where that like if you want to reach out to us, one of 3 of us will definitely respond to you. But yeah, so like merch is one of our ideas. Got some other things with like a website we'll create, but we'll leave them.
We'll keep it in the hush.
Yes.
We'll kind of give
it a download for a while.
Yeah, you guys will know when you know, and it'll just be there.
Maybe a little studio, maybe link up with a few brands, but
eventually, for sure.
But yeah,
The goal, yeah.
grind out some fucking episodes.
Continue what we're doing, but improve.
Yeah, and the main thing with the episodes and shit like that, it's like we want to like connect on like a life kind of base. We're not just going to be like gym,
Yeah.
like it's all about gym, because then it's like people who aren't related to the gym are like, bro, I can't relate to this right now.
Yeah, like this is the Outliers podcast, and that will come down to just everyone with that kind of mindset.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
people who are different and like are actually pushing their brand and making a name for themselves. Like it doesn't have to be fitness, but like it's just people who are like-minded.
Yeah, want to like sort of chase their passion in life. So it's like
Absolutely.
We're going to help you sort of get a bit more of an idea on how to do that. Like, you know, we're all sort of got a vision on what we want to do in life. And, you know, we're not up there. We haven't like fully succeeded in it, and we're not like, we're done, we're comfortable.
Yeah.
It's like, we're still, you know, in the trenches somewhat. But we're sort of set on what we want to do.
Absolutely,
and
man.
We're going to continuously improve.
Fucking oath.
Yes, sir.
All right, we done and dusted?
Yes,
That'll
I
wrap it
believe
up
so.
for episode 4.
Episode 4.
Beautiful. All right.
Thank you for watching.
Yep.
Hopefully
Hopefully you got to know a little bit about this man right here.
The man
We'll
himself.
be back on for the next one and for the future ones.
After he comes back from Queensland, just ditching us again.
Yeah,
I know.
see you boys after 10 days.
Peace out.
Alrighty.
See you in the
Ciao.
next one.
See ya.